Hey y'all. Do y'all remember this Cars remaster I made back in 2021? Yeah, we're gonna talk about the story, what happened to it, and this is like a really good story why it's really happened. So back in somewhere in 2021, I had a project planned, another Sonic show planned, and as I know of, like I'm gonna say a little bit about the first Sonic show I did. The movie didn't turn out. The two movies I wanted to do didn't turn out. There was plans for a third movie. I'm gonna make a separate video about that. And that ended up getting canceled. The show actually didn't turn out the way I wanted it to do. That ended up getting canceled. I ended up ending it on a good high note. Originally, it was supposed to end on like a cliffhanger or something, and make room for season two. But as like I said, I ended up just canceling the show and just giving it a good episode to remember. Like I just didn't want it to have that. And that's a separate video about it. And it was planned to be another Sonic show. It was called Sonic Rift. I'm gonna tell a little bit about it. It was actually gonna be a lot more different. The first episode was already done. Like progress was already done. It was always gonna be scheduled to come out in like late 2021 or early 2022. But that ended up getting scrapped. And I don't have the footage, and I would release the canceled footage though. So I did, and then for a while I was thinking to myself, I really want to remake my car series. Now the car series I did back in 2019, from 2019 to 2020, was like one of my favorite things I like to do on YouTube of all time. I still look back watching it and just say how wowie, I did a great job on it. Wow. So in 2021, I'd say, you know what? Maybe it's time to remake it. And there's already like a playlist of the Cars remake season one. I'm about to explain that right now. So if you see like another because a Car season one remastered, that was just episodes that did not get made it, and then they just came up with like there was like episodes that didn't make it to the original season one. So I'm like, these are like director's cut, like season one director's cut, or like different versions, like a McQueen come home. So if y'all like watch season four of the original show, and I really end up changing everything from McQueen's home. That's why it was called, and it's originally supposed to be called season one director's cut, and that's what I'm gonna call it, the director's cut. And it was pretty much really good. And after those three episodes, I just said no more. If any more comes up that needs to be a season one episode, they will all go to a season one director's cut. And pretty much that was pretty much it. And yes, so this remaster right here, it's pretty much a remaster. It did not follow the original series. It was gonna be started all from scratch, and pretty much this was the first ever episode I did. Yeah, so it's only 3 episodes, and I'm gonna explain why. Explain literally why. There's only 3 episodes. So the first episode came out. I'm really gonna put this down a bit. The first episode came out in May 31st, and episode 3 came out August 15th. August 15th. So they came out 3 months apart, and pretty much in this really much when I were doing this, I said most of the characters' personalities will change, and then I said maybe add some pride because there probably would be people who wanted to watch it and like that too. And I know they're gonna be like some we're pride characters. We don't have any pride characters. They're all straight. So like when I was doing character changes, I said Fillmore would be the pride one, and then there would be a piston cup piston cup racer. And I'm like, okay, that's pretty much good for the line. And to turn out so much after the third episode and rewatching the other 2 episodes, and I just like recently just got done watching the season 2 episode of the Cars, the second episode of this remaster. I realized something, and I've been realizing this for a while. I really went too hard to make it Mater, try to make a comedian. Comedian. I really didn't want him to be no comedian. It was just like too much of a really thing, and pretty much the storyline really did not follow up to the original series. It really didn't. There was like a lot of canceled projects for the original series after that. There was a Doc Hudson spinoff that was literally had a few episodes and completely I just stopped doing it. And then there was supposed to be a series focused on Cruz Ramirez and McQueen, and it was that was gonna be canon to the original series that I did. And then there was supposed to be a Radiator Springs show that was not before Lightning McQueen, canon to Radiator Springs. Then it was supposed to be a show way before the events of Cars 1. And there was supposed to be a show about the World Grand Prix, also canon. It also been canon. This would have been events before Cars 2, and after Cars 2. And there was one more show that was supposed to take place right after the original, and it was supposed to be a spy show. So, those are like all the spin-offs I had planned for after the show. Because after the main series, I knew I wanted to keep it. Just kept on going, and it was like pretty much why. And you're probably asking yourself why. As around the time, I really much just got tired of just being on YouTube, and there was like already so many Cars creators. I don't judge them. I love their work. I love their work. Their work is fantastic. World of Cars Entertainment. He was my childhood. I got the idea in the inspiration by him by watching his series. I still watch his series though. Like one time I will watch it. I will always watch it and always like look and say one day I'm just gonna be just like a cars YouTuber. Piston Cup Productions. I like his ideas too. Like his ideas, his remakes, his stop motions, all his stuff. Like there's nothing wrong with all cars creators. I really like them. They were pretty parts of my childhood. And pretty much around that time, it was just like, okay, I just don't want to do it. We had enough cars creators, and I didn't want to. And I was in high school, and I wanted to keep that identity safe, like Spider-Man or Hannah Montana's identity. So I like stopped doing YouTube a bit. I tried to do Toy Story content. I'm gonna make a list of every project that was canceled that was not related to cars, and there was like more plans for a Thomas project. Another thing I wanted to say about that, and we're gonna go back to the remaster because there will be a list later on. So honestly, the jokes was really just not that funny to me. I just didn't like them. I only put like a little bit of jokes because after seeing episode 4 of the original, like Taco Bell, like the Taco Bell. Oh, that was just a funny joke, and pretty much I still think it's still funny. He's like, get it like Taco Bell. Ugh. Man, after fun fact making that joke, I really wanted to start making merch to promote to do that, but young me, right? Pretty much young for an original. All right, now you're gonna ask what happened. How many episodes we're supposed to have? Well, this season is supposed to have 9 episodes. And there was supposed to be a season 2 along the way. What would the other 9 episodes were gonna be like? Well, and there were supposed to be other episodes out there, episode 3, but that ended up getting canceled because I ended up canceling this around the fall. I announced season 2 somewhere in the fall, and then like around like middle fall before November, somewhere in November, I think about it. I'm like, I'm just gonna scrap the show entirely. Just like not do it no more, no season 2. I didn't make no announcement. It was supposed to, but I was like way too busy to do that. So anybody who's watching the remasters asking where's those other 3 episodes, here y'all go. It's canceled. There's no episodes being planned, nothing. And what other and then like I know if you've seen like the third ending of the 3rd episode, there was a Karen car. And there's other episodes, there was gonna be 3 other episodes focusing on that. So there was supposed to be a Karen car episode where Karen's still gonna go after Lightning McQueen for an autograph. There was supposed to be a Doc episode called Doc's Willie's Cute Training, where it was gonna be focused on McQueen and Doc. There was an episode about um Fillmore's love interest. Yes, there was an episode about Fillmore's love interest. And yes, it was gonna probably he was gonna say he had a crush on the Piston Cup car. And yes, you'll probably be like you'll have the weakest writing. The other episode was gonna focus on them going back on another date, and then the last episode of season one was going to be a gang up plan where Chick was gonna team up with the Tunners, and that was gonna with the Lincoln Warhouses, and that would introduce them in season two. And season two only had same thing, 9 episodes, same thing, the other 9 episodes. So the first 2 episodes would have been focusing on them trying to get rid of McQueen. And yes, there would have been no spies, no Cars 2, nothing like that. Because I was going to start from scratch and all that. And then after that, it was supposed to be another one focused, and this was coming out around. Sorry about that, y'all. And then, like, as well, and it was supposed to be, like, more like the Tunners, and then the next episodes were going to be focusing on, like other townies too, because I'm like, maybe other townies weren't there on episode. Other episodes too, and then the last one was gonna really be about the final race of the season and how his Piston Cup. And yes, there was gonna be plans for his third and fourth season. The third season was gonna be really referencing more. And then what about plans for the fourth season? The fourth season, I was gonna end off the fourth season really good with a high note. And pretty much it was gonna be about killing Doc. It was gonna be like killing Doc off to have like the seat to kill Doc off and pretty much send the show on a high note. Fun fact: that was actually my original Plan. Way ending of the show, if y'all remember, like way ending of the show, I was gonna have Doc die. He was not gonna supposed to die in season 4, but pretty much in the original season, Lizzie took that place. Had Lizzie sent off because Lizzie died. The actor Lizzie died in 2019, and so like I'll have plans to maybe have her off to send her off with a good high note, and pretty much yeah, those are like the only canceled episodes. So what's for the show now? What's on with the show? Af- yes, like I said, a reboot is really on the way. Focus. There's a real reboot on the way. Talking about there's a real reboot on the way. The original plan for the reboot was gonna take after Cars 3, before Cars on the Road, and the next season was gonna go Cars on the Road. And pretty much I got confused with the timeline. And it pretty much is now like, oh, I'm not gonna do it. Scrap it. And I decided to give it a little rework and take some time on the reboot. That's why I revealed 2 new designs for Lightning and Cruise. Everybody else is still doing the same, and yes. When is this reboot coming out? I would say hopefully 2024. But if everything goes according to plan, 2024. Or if I'm going to push it back a little longer, I will say fall 2024. And then and then it has to go back a little bit. I would say early 2025 for the reboot. And pretty much I'm not going to discuss a little bit too more about the reboot, like what's the premises. It is going to follow up from the original show. The original show I did. And pretty much it was still follow McQueen and Sally getting married. All of that. I'm just getting like one more character for the show I need, like a couple more customs, and then make a few more customs, and then all that, and then like some on the road characters like Mater's sister. I'm really gonna have his sister in the show to have the cameo, to have a good cameo in the show. have a good cameo in the show, and that's like pretty much it. I'm not gonna discuss more on this reboot and potential. It was supposed to go to Instagram, but I ended up saying no. That's not fair. The original series did not go on no Instagram. But like I said, if I had that chance and ability, I would have removed. I wouldn't. I never wish. I wished I should have just moved this remastered to Instagram. Remastered to Instagram and just redid the first few episodes and did the first 2 episodes, the first 3 episodes, and then boom, guys got your other episodes, and it would have been on the it would have been reboot for original, remaster for anything, and same thing. We probably got 2 seasons, and this got canceled, and pretty much it would have just been no more reboot, no more nothing, and I would have loved like that idea. But if y'all wondering, yeah, there's a real reboot on the way to make up my little bit of everything because I wanted to bring back the series for a while. There was, I think, it was supposed to be a spy plan. Then there was plans for no reboot. And but before then, I said I really didn't want to touch it. But I'm trying to keep it as the charm as like the original was. And nothing from this remaster is going to be taken. Like none of their personalities from this remaster is going to be taken, except for one of these episodes. I'm going to take it and rewritten it down again. And as well, I'm working so hard on this reboot, guys, and y'all gonna love it. Like I'm hopefully filming will hopefully start sooner or later. But as I say, as I always say, just time's impatient. And after this reboot, y'all be happy and pleased. As well, if y'all want more like stories, because I have like a lot of scrap stuff from the original series and a lot of scrap movies and plans. And as well, if y'all want to hear more, I will do more. So peace and have a good day. And question of the day, if anybody's watching this, question of the day: what was your favorite episode from the original Cars reboot, the original Cars series that I did? And would y'all like to see some audio commentary come back? Okay, so have a good day.